Gem, Georgie is asleep, so we have just enough time to shoot an episode and get dinner ready.
Hi, Bowl Bakers. While we're all in quarantine, we have seen a huge spike in our pizza recipes online. And I know that not every single one of you has access to an oven, so I'm going to do what I do best. I show you how to take a traditional recipe and do it an alternative way, like how you can make ice cream without an ice cream machine, how you can make a cake without even putting it in an oven. And now I'm going to show you how you can make an awesome pizza 100% on the top of the stove, never needs to go into the oven. So now let's talk pizza dough. I am using my best ever pizza dough. This is no need because I have some yeast in my fridge. However, not everybody has access to yeast right now. So what you can do is my 15-minute pizza, which doesn't need any yeast at all, just baking powder. So we're going to start out with our pizza dough on a nice floured surface. So we're going to do everything the traditional way, the same way you would always make pizza. I like to roll my pizza dough. Not everybody does. I know that there's a select few chefs that do.
Gem, the viewers may notice where the look is a little bit different here today.
Yeah.
And I'm behind the camera once again.
The look and feel is a little bit different. Like I said, we're in quarantine and our team are practicing social distancing in their own houses. So it's just Kevin and I today filming. And we've been doing this for a few weeks now. But you know what? I've seen so many people on TV and online doing it, like all the night shows, Jimmy Kimmel, Ellen DeGeneres. And there's a saying in this house that goes, if it's good enough for Ellen DeGeneres, it's good enough for me. So there you go. So just roll out your pizza dough like you would any pizza dough, get it nice and thin. Like I said, this is my best ever no-knead pizza dough. This is my absolute favorite. It kind of gives you almost like a Neapolitan style pizza. Since everybody is staying at home and practicing social distancing, 15-minute pizza has gone off the charts, hasn't it, Kevin?
It's been amazing.
Oh my gosh, unreal.
Love to see what you've been making.
So we've been getting pizzas, photos in every single night. I'm checking Instagram and they're just inundated. You don't want to get it any bigger than the size of the pan you're going to put it into. And let's talk pan. So over here I have a non-stick pan. You can also use a cast iron. If you don't have non-stick, you might want to put a little bit of oil in it. But I'm just going to turn mine on to a medium-low heat. So my pan is around 10 inches. So that's the size I'm going to roll my pizza. I'm just going to form the crust a little bit while our pan is heating up. And over here, Kevin, you might have noticed my pizza accoutrement.
But Gem, we're not going to top it yet, are we?
No. We're going to start out by cooking our dough. This is a very exciting method. So while our pan is heating up, I ransacked the fridge and I just found little bits and pieces that I can use as pizza toppings, and there was actually quite a lot there. So I have some cooked sausage right here, which is my favorite on pizza, some pepperoni, a little bit of red onion I had, half a bell pepper, some basil, lucky enough, grated cheese, mozzarella. I always have grated mozzarella, either in the fridge or in the freezer. And then this is my homemade 5-minute pizza sauce. And that recipe is on biggerbolderbaking.com.
Gem, that recipe is actually about as popular as the pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
the
that's
15-minute
nice.
pizza.
Oh yeah, well, because everybody has to, like, they're at home and they have to make do with what they got. So they make their own pizza sauce. That's great. Our pan is nice and hot. Will we go in with our dough?
Let's do it.
So lay your pizza crust in your pan and then pop on a lid. Now what we're doing here with the lid is we are kind of creating a little bit of an oven on top of the stove. So it is going to steam and kind of cook at the same time. So we're going to leave this on and it's going to cook on this side for around 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to let it get a little bit brown and we're going to start to see the crust bubble up as well. It's going to be lovely. So right now we're just going to wait a few minutes and let the pizza do its thing.
So Gem, you're quite a pizza connoisseur, aren't you? You've been making crust for quite a while.
I like to think so. I do. I love pizza and I love pizza making. This recipe that I'm doing right here is the best recipe that I've come up with. And I'm always trying different things. And Kevin, you know we eat a lot of pizza in this house.
We sure do. So Gem, this is a recipe you can make even while baby George is taking a nap, right?
Yeah, baby George is in the sitting room, chilling out, because it's his nap time right now, so we're trying to get this video done really fast. So it's been around 3 to 4 minutes. It's going to turn it over. Let it cook on the other side. You can see we got a nice little bit of brown, but you don't want to get too much brown on here yet. And then on the other side, we're talking around another 3 minutes or so. For the second side, I leave the lid off because we're just kind of frying it and getting a nice bit of color on the other side. So it's been around 3 to 4 minutes on this other side, and I'm just going to flip it over. We got a nice bit of color. Lovely. Now, this is the really fun part. This is where we get creative and we top it. So let's go nuts. So, like any pizza, we're gonna start off with our tomato sauce all the way to the edges. So you can use store-bought pizza sauce, but I know that it's one of those items out there right now that's hard to come by, so you can always make it yourself, and it's actually really easy to make. We're gonna go on with our mozzarella. As you can see, I'm very generous with my mozzarella, like so. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of everything. So some cooked sausage. I like to bring my toppings, in case you didn't notice, all the way out to the edge. It drives me crazy when you get a pizza and it's all crust and hardly any toppings, because that's not pizza. A little bit of onion, some peppers, pepperoni. Feel free to keep this pizza vegetarian if you want as well, that's totally up to you. And then a little bit of basil on top for flavor. Gorgeous.
Jen,
okay.
This is like the works pizza.
It is, it's a little bit of everything. Well, this is going to be our dinner, Kevin, so you're going to want to have some meat, some carbs, some veg. So here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to turn off the stove, and then we're going to go back on with our lid. So with the residual heat in the pan, your cheese is going to melt, your sauce is going to get nice and warm, all your toppings are going to get nice and warm, and all the flavors are going to marry together. So you don't need the heat on, and our base is already crisp. Remember that we already actually fully cooked our pizza base. So all we're doing here is just letting things heat up, get nice and tasty, and then we're done. So there you go, it only takes a few minutes. Look how beautiful that looks. Do you hear how crispy it is? Oh my gosh.
Smells amazing.
Gorgeous. Nice bubble, you see this? Bubbly crust. Just as if you made it in the oven.
That's a legit pizza, Jen.
You hear it? Did you hear that, Kevin?
Some crunchy crust, right?
Oh my gosh. It's insane. I would never know that this was made on a stovetop. I would never ever know. So the fun does not have to stop here. Go check out all my other pizza recipe videos and see which one of those recipes you want to make on the stovetop.
All right, we finished just in time.